There are many aspects that go together to produce a live theatre show, whether that be a musical or regular theatre. From the actors, to the staging, to the sound, to the lighting. Each relies on the other to give the audience that great experience, and one that they won't forget. Lighting plays an essential part in any production, and I thought today we might just pop in to see what a lighting expert does, what the job involves, how it's done, and the part that this guy plays in a lot of productions. Jason BOVAiRD is on the line now to tell us what he does around the town, and he joins us now. Jason, nice to have you with us, pal.
How are you, Leigh?
Doing well. Thank you for taking the time out of your teaching routine today.
Pleasure. I've just finished, actually.
Oh, have you? Okay. Well, I hope your students don't mind. Let's talk about the lighting, and perhaps we can come back and talk particularly at the stage about Memphis that you got on a Chapel off Chapel.
Sure.
Lighting is an important part of the play, isn't it? Any musical production.
Oh, look, it is. It's so funny, Leigh. I read an article today. Trudy Dalgleish has was written about regarding her opera most recently she's just done. And she said the same thing of my premise in that you've got to be able to tell a story with lighting. It's fine having actors on stage and a great set and great lighting, but if the lighting is doing something completely different to what the stage is doing and the actors are doing, then you're in a lot of trouble.
I think
that's one of the things I tell my students a lot,
right.
And even some of my staff a lot. You have to be able to tell a story through light, and whether that's one light, whether that's 100 to 200 moving lights, it's all about telling that story and what's being told on stage to the audience.
Yes, I liken that a little bit to music in a movie or in some film or a stage show. Without that music there, you've got a dialogue on a movie or on television, and that's all there is. There's no emotion to it. Now, the lighting does the same thing emotionally to us, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Look, I mean, lighting is a great tool for creating motion. It's a great tool for being able to show something on stage. I mean, particularly, I remember in my earlier days of lighting, I used to light a lot of the amateur companies where there was no set, and the lighting became the set. And I kind of learnt through that, you know, I have to be able to tell a story through whether it's through colour, whether it's through a gobo, whether it's through just one shaft of light coming from prompt OP or centre stage. I mean, you know, simplicity is a great thing in terms of lighting, and this modern age today, you know, moving lights certainly take over. And I mean, it's so funny, in the last couple of shows that I've done apart from Memphis, I've been going back to the old school of just using profiles and Fresnels. And, you know, people are going to laugh when they hear this. I mean, I'm renowned apparently as being the haze king, which, you know, look, haze is great. It does create wonderful effects for beams of light. However, I did a show recently at Gasworks, 4.48 Psychosis, where there was no haze, there was no moving lights. It was purely a bunch of profiles and Fresnels lighting actors and the walls with gobos and stuff. So look, you know, it does. The tools today you can use is fantastic as long as you're using for the right effect and the right storytelling.
Jason, how do you go about it? Do you get the script, or are you directed by a director as to what to do, or do you have your own input?
Look, I get it. I read a script. I read it well. I then go and try to see 2 or 3 runs. And look, every director is different. I mean, some directors sit there and completely give you a cue by cue synopsis, right down to the colour palette, right down to what light it's doing. Other directors don't turn up until I plot it, and then they turn up on a day and have a quick look at it during the tech and go, yep, we love it, we don't like it. I mean, every director is different. I think more when you move into commercial theatre, commercial theatre is a little bit different. There's obviously 2 to 3 weeks' time in plotting. But in the independent theatre scene and the amateur theatre scene, there's just no time to muck around getting the plot done. So, I mean, I also now use video. Video is a great tool for videoing the rehearsal and then going back and plotting to the video, which is just a great way of doing it because you can see each particular moment. I mean, musical theatre particularly, I mean, generally my minimum cues is probably about 250 to 600. I mean, Memphis has got nearly 62 or something cues. So, you know, it varies. Plays, of course, are much simpler to do. So it all varies. I mean, when I did the play that goes wrong earlier this year, when it came out, that show came out from London, I had Sean, the original director from London, with me, and we had a great plotting session. The original designer didn't come out from London, so it was up to me to create that look. So
you did that one too, did you?
Sorry?
You did that, the play that goes wrong?
Yeah. That was basically a relight from Australia, from London out to here, and I was kind of given a lot of leeway in creating the new look, new feel of the show, based from the London version as well.
Well,
so it was
a great play.
way of doing, and getting back to old school again. There was no movers. We did have only 6 LEDs in it, but that was, again, every light I couldn't hide. I had to get every point of that light focus right.
Yeah. I was talking earlier today to Luke Jocelyn, who was one of the stars of that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Yep,
great.
yep.
Yeah,
and he sort of let drop a little bit that it may be coming back.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to comment much more, but it could very well. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it is, and from what he told me, and it's great. I love the play. It was very, very, very funny. These days, you guys work a lot with computers and so on. I suppose you've got to load everything that you want into that computer for it to work?
Yeah, look, these days you can actually do a full, complete pre-plot before you even get into the venue if you've got, tools to be able to do that. Obviously, that costs a lot of money to do, but the lighting desks today are really well advanced. The little tricks you learn on that. I mean, my associate lighting designer, Maddie Feach, is just brilliant on the Ion. She's taught me stuff that I didn't even know. She went to the VCA, and same with another one of our staff, Declan, as well. He's great on it. So the guys, who I have on staff, Simon and James as well, they're all really well equipped with those desks today. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, having an associate designer like Maddie next to me just helps the process as well, because the shows are so big now, Leigh.
Yeah.
My head's too busy trying to get the looks right.
Yes.
I can have them getting all the other stuff right, creating a great thing called a magic sheet on the desk where you can create the lighting plan that I've drawn actually on the desk. So it's there on the second screen. And I can just click on a lamp and it turns on.
Jason, how do my listeners get involved with all of this? Is there a course you do? Do you go to uni to become a lighting designer?
Yeah, look, there's several courses these days. I mean, I teach at Melbourne Top Polytechnic, where it's a live production course for students. They do a year long, and then they can go out and go ahead and do more. I mean, the VCA does a great Bachelor of Production. NIDA has a great course, and obviously WOPA as well. Today, what the young students are doing with courses and stuff, it's quite remarkable. And they get to go on what they do secondments, where they go to do a professional show, and they get to spend 6 to 7 weeks with that lighting design. I mean, I've just had 3 of my students on 2 of our shows, Calendar Girls and Memphis, and they get to spend time with me and learn the process from bump in right through to opening night.
Wonderful experience. Well, as I said earlier, the lighting is so important to us, like anything that's got to go hand in hand with the actors, with the music, but the lighting, without it, you don't have that emotion. Jason, great to catch up with you, mate. I dare say we'll do this again one time, and I wish you well for whatever. Oh, you've got a show coming up with Mario Lanza, haven't you?
Yes. In fact, I was just been on the phone to the producers, actually. Mark Vincent to opening in Brisbane in next Sunday, actually, and then we're taking that to then Sydney State Theatre and then Melbourne.
You're one busy guy.
Hall.
Yeah, you're a busy chap, aren't you? And that's the way to keep it.
Yeah, no, it's that. With that, and I've also got the Carnival Lost Souls Australian Tour, which we opened last night in Albert Spiegel Tent. That's touring to Adelaide, Sydney, Brisbane. And next year we've got some huge announcements we're about to make in the next couple of weeks for Moving Light Productions and myself and a few other things.
We look forward to those.
It's a busy next couple of years.
Look forward to that very, very much. Well, you keep it going. That's what you need in this business, and keep yourself busy, mate. Good to catch up with you, Jason.
Thanks very much.
Take care. Okay, bye-bye to you.
Take care.
Lighting designer and engineer. There he is talking to us, Jason BOVAiRD, and a great guy. He certainly knows his stuff.